Hey folks, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report. It is Saturday, May 1st, and what I'm going to do right here in this segment is I'm going to look for daily tips today in Major League Baseball. I'm going to go through about 5 to 7 minutes of trying to find you guys some winners, weekend edition, finding winners, and let's see if we can find some good leans or edges towards your handicapping today. All right, Detroit taking on the Yankees. Now, the Yankees won 10-0 yesterday. Let's see how home favorites, second game of a series, and they allowed 0 runs against in their last game. Let's see how the record is. Let me see here. And it'll go 0 runs against last game, and we'll go back. Let's go back the last 5 years. We'll go back the last 5 years and see if there's an edge here in regards to that. So home favorite, second game of a series. That's this season. Okay, let me see. Let's take away this. Let's take away current season. And let's do that. So home favorites, second game of a series, allowed 0 runs against in the last 5 years. And you can see the record here. So a lot of leaning towards the under today in Detroit, New York. 74, 117, and 9. 121, 79, and 0 for the home favorite. So not a bad situation there to the under in the Yankees game. Miami, Washington. Looking at that game, was a 2-1 win yesterday for the Nationals. And we got Corbin going today. So let's do a home favorite. Washington's a home favorite. This is also a second game of a series. And let me see here. Coming off a 1-run win this year. Let's see in the short term if there's any edges this season. And, you know, when I do these searches, I'm looking for long-term cycles and short-term cycles. So 5 years was a bit of a longer-term cycle. But I'm going to go short-term this year to see if we can find something. Here we go. 1-run win. Sound like Elmer Fudd saying that. 1-run win. All right. Don't want to say that 10 times. And let's go to the current season. Let's get rid of this. And let's see if we can find an edge. So home favorite, second game of a series, coming off a 1-run win this year. Home favorites are, survey says, 5-9. Let's just do home teams. Let's try home teams. And this involves Miami against Washington. So 8-15. So it doesn't look good for the home team here. 8-15 this year when they're a favorite coming off a 1-run win. Second game of a series. And let's see here, 8-14-1. 8-14-1. Now, let me make sure this is the second game of the series, because some of these teams played 2 and 3 games already. So some of these teams are already in the second game of a series, and some are in the third game of a series. But I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right, get the right information. So this way, when you guys are watching this, you're saying, hey, Ron, that's the third game of a series, not the second. So I just want to make sure we have our information right before we give you guys the... All right, so they played, let me see here. Yeah, so that is the second game of the series. All right, that's good. How about Washington, Kansas City, Minnesota? Now, Kansas City losing yesterday by 8 runs. So let's try, and today Kansas City is an underdog. So let's go underdogs this year. Second game of a series coming off a 8-run loss. 8-run loss. Let's check that out, see if there's any edges. Coming off an 8-run loss this season, if it happened or not. Not too many times you see an 8-run loss, right? So let's see. Yeah, see, it doesn't happen. So let's go back the last 5 years and see how dogs do in this situation. And then I'll try something new after. Let me try another angle. All right, where's my last 5 years? There we go, last 5 years. So underdog, second game of a series, coming off an 8-run loss the last 5 years. And this involves Kansas City, Minnesota. 24-33. 32-25 to the over. So let's take away the second game of the series and let's do a total of 9. Let's do a total of 9. Total of 9. So underdogs, total of 9, coming off a 8-run loss the last 5 years. 22-17. Pretty good. If you like the underdog today in Kansas City, Minnesota, that's a pretty solid stat when you think about it. Underdogs, total of 9, coming off an 8-run loss. So Kansas City does look like a solid angle right there. Cleveland, Chicago White Sox. You got Tristan McKenzie going up against Lance Lynn. Let me take a look here. You got the situational stuff. So last 3 overs. Okay, maybe we have a good totals angle here. So you got a road team in the Tribe. 6.5 is the total. You don't see that very often. A 6.5 total, right? Let me see. Here we go. Let me try this. 6.5 total. Underdogs this season. Let's see what the current situation is on that game. All right, so let's do that. And let's see what we got here. Underdogs 6.5 this year. Yeah, 6 and 7, pretty balanced. Pretty balanced. Let me do away underdogs. See if there's a big difference for away underdogs. Should be this 5 and 3. All right, 5 and 3. So let's do this. Underdogs coming off. Let me see. It was a road win as an underdog. So let's do that. Let's do away underdogs coming off a road win as an underdog. Let's see if those dogs are barking again today. So here we go. Underdog win. So any Major League Baseball team that's an away underdog coming off a road underdog win this season, survey says 8 and 4 to the over. So there's a lean maybe to the over. Lance Lynn, Tristan McKenzie, and the last 3 games for Cleveland have gone over the total. So you might have a little bit of an edge right there. Baltimore, Oakland, last 5 games have gone under the total for the Oakland and Baltimore. So let's check that out. Let's do home teams coming off 5 or more unders. Let's see what see, this is where I think the over might be worth consideration. All right, so home teams coming off 5 or more unders this season, 6 and 10. Wow. Okay, still. And let me see. How about when they're coming off a 1-run win? Coming off a 1-run win. We'll do the last couple of years. 2 and 1. That's not enough occurrences. Let's do last 3 seasons. Let's go 3 season cycle. Yeah, pretty even, pretty balanced. All right, let's go to the next game. Chicago against Cincinnati. Chicago against Cincinnati. We have the last 3 have gone over for the Cubs. They're coming off a 8-6 loss last night, and they're road underdogs. So let's try this. Let's go away underdogs, coming off a 2-run loss. Coming off a 2-run loss, and they scored 6 or more runs in their last game. Let's try that. 6 or more runs. 6 runs or more. No, not against. We want to go more. Hang on here. All right. Do I have that? 6 runs in or more in the last game. Perfect. All right. So I'll take that away. So this involves Chicago, Cincinnati. Away underdogs coming off a 2-run loss and scored 6 or more runs in their last game. Actually, we'll do last 2 years. I don't think there'll be enough this season. We're still early in the year, right? 18 and 14. Let me try just underdogs, home or away. Survey says no, 21 and 27. Nothing really there. All right, let me take away the 2-run loss, and let me do versus right-handed pitchers. Let's try versus righties. Right-handed pitchers, underdogs, away underdogs. Scored 6 or more runs. No. Okay, let me do this season. Eight and 15. Okay, so it's good for Cincinnati if you like Cincinnati. All right, Houston, Tampa Bay, 9-2 win. So let's try this. Let's do away. So this line here is -109. So let's do away teams. Coming off a 7-run win. Or you know what? Let's do home teams coming off a 7-run loss. Yeah, I think we might get a better angle here. 7-run loss. We'll try this season. I don't know if there'll be enough recurrences this season. Home teams coming off a 7-run loss. 5 and 5, 4 and 6 to the under. Maybe the under is where you want to lean. And they're coming off a 2-game losing streak. Let's try that. Or let's go second game of a series. Second game of a series. 1 and 3 to the under. Okay, not bad, not bad. 7-run loss, second game of a series. Let's do last 2 years. See if we got a progression. 15 and 20. Not too bad. All right, let's go to the next one. We have New York Mets taking on the Phillies. Zach Wheeler against Taijuan Walker. Last 7 have gone under for New York, and they're coming off a 2-run loss. 2-1 loss. So let's go away. Away teams. We'll go away teams. Coming off a 1-run loss. And coming off 5 or more unders. Let's see what happens here. Last 2 years. 15-7. That's not bad. Not bad if you like the New York Mets today. Not bad at all. St. Louis, Pittsburgh. St. Louis, Pittsburgh. 7-3 win yesterday. So let's do this. Let's go away favorites. Away favorites coming off a 2-game win streak. 2-game win streak. And this is what? The second game of a series. Let's see. Second game of a series. Let's go this season. Survey says 2-5. All right, not bad. Let's go last 2 years. Last 2 years. 37-36. All right, let's try away. Yeah, away favorite. We did that. What's the line? Let's try it. Let's tighten it up here on the range. Let's go away favorites of minus 120 to 140. Last 2 years. 12-12. So very balanced. So nothing really there. Boston against Texas. So you got the away favorites. That's a big favorite right there. 160. Let's do 160 to 180 road favorite. Coming off 5 unders. Coming off 5 unders. So a lot of low scoring games for the Boston Red Sox of late. Let's try this. Let's find this. 5 or more unders. Where are you? There you go. Let's go 5 unders or more. This is the third game of the series, right? So let's do third game in the last 2 years. Yeah, nothing. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Since 96. Since 1996, 7-12, 7-12 to the under. So it doesn't look good for the Red Sox. As a minus 160 to 180 road favorite, coming off 5 or more unders, and it's the third game of the series. Let me double check, make sure it's the third game. I'm pretty sure it's the third game of the series. I think Texas won the first one, Boston won the second, and now this is the third one, right? And sure enough, 1, 2, yep. So okay, so pretty good angle away on Texas. So if you do like Texas today, that's a pretty good angle on the underdog. So if you do like an underdog lean, there's one right there. Let's do Atlanta against Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays won 13-5 yesterday. So let's see. Now they're underdogs. So home underdogs scored 10 or more runs in their last game. 10 or more runs for. Where is it? Or run more last game. And it's the second game of the series. Let's do the lot. No. Let's see if we have anything this year. I don't think we might have a lot, but we'll give it a shot. 2-1. Let's do last 2 years. Home underdogs, 16-15. Wow, pretty balanced. Let's take away second game of the series, and let's go. Coming off a home win. Coming off a home win. Or yeah, where's home win? All right, here we go. Last 2 years. 30. No, nothing really there. How about home road favorites? Yeah, I think we might have a good one here. Coming off a 10 or more run loss. Let me see. Was that 13? No, so that's 8 run loss. So let's do an 8 run loss. Eight-run loss. And second game of the series. Last 2 years. 6-1. Wow. Pretty good for Atlanta. Pretty good for Atlanta here. 7-2. Let's go back last 5 years. 12-4. Really strong play on Atlanta here on this angle, right? So road favorites coming off an 8-run loss. And second game of the series. Very solid play right here. 12-4. 12-4. So good play if you do like, right, Dodgers, Milwaukee. So you got 2-game losing streak now. So you got the say the away team coming off, this is what, the third game of a series. And they're coming off a 2-run loss. Or let me see, a 2-game losing streak. Let's see, a 2-game losing streak this season. And this just basically gives you guys an idea of situational handicapping. 4-8 to the under. 4-8-2. This basically gives you what prior teams have done in this exact situation, and you shouldn't use these stats today as the main reason why you're going to take that pick. Like, find other reasons that complement this selection. 63, 63, and 7. So not a great angle right there. All right, let's do one more. Let's see here. Let's Colorado, Arizona. I do like Gallen in this game here. Let's do home teams, home favorites. This is the third game of a series. Coming off a 5-run win. Let's try that. Coming off a 5-run win. Last 2 years. 19-12. Let's do this season. 1-1. Not a lot of occurrences, right? Let's do home team. All right, 1-3 to the under. Let's take away this. And what's the total in this game? 8.5. Let's try 8.5. This season, coming off a 5-run win. 1-2. Let's go 2 years. No, nothing really. So let's go home favorites of -120 to 140. So let's try this. 120 to 140, total 8.5. Coming off a win. Just coming off a win. Say the last 2 years. 36-21. Not bad. How about this season? Three and 2. All right. Not bad. Not bad for Arizona. San Diego and San Francisco. This is going to be a good one. So -190 is the price here. So let's do this. -180 to 120 favorite. What's the total in this game? 7.5. Coming off a win this season. 1-0. So let's try a couple years. Do the last 3 years. I got a feeling the last 3 years might get more occurrences. 22-15, 16-21. All right, let's take away the total. And let's do second game of a series, second game of a series. Coming off a win the last 3 years. 52-36. Okay, let's tighten it up to the last 2 years. 32-18, favoring San Diego. Let's try the home dog. Let's try the away dog. Away dog. Now, what's the record here for San Diego? 15-12. So let's do versus an opponent with a winning record of 51-60%, coming off a loss, a road loss the last 2 years. All right, so away underdogs face an opponent with a 51-60% win percentage, coming off a road loss the last 2 years. 157, 270. No, nothing. How about this season? Eight and 9, 6-11 to the under. Under might be Snell against DeScalafani. And the last one, Seattle taking on LA Angels. The situation, Seattle's on a 2-game win streak, and they're a home underdog. So home underdogs versus an opponent that's, say, 41%, 50%, and coming off a home loss or home win this season. 8-11, 5-14 to the under. Wow, that's pretty good. So let's take a look at this. Home underdogs, which is Seattle. Opponent has a 41-50% win percentage. They're 12-12. Coming off a home win, which they did 7-4 yesterday. The under 14-5. Wow. All right, so the under Angel game might be worth a look here. And it's good. It's coming off an over too, so I like those ones. All right, those are your daily tips today for Saturday, May 1st. If you let me know if you like this format, just post a comment in the in the comment section below this video. This way I can gauge the feedback, and if it's something that people like, I'll do it every day. All right, thank you, and have yourself a great rest of your day. Cheers.